Once upon a time, the people of Umuaku believed that River Idoma was alive. It sang when it was happy, it hissed when it was angry, and it swallowed whoever disrespected its spirit. Fishermen made sacrifices at its bank before casting their nets. Women whispered prayers before fetching water. Chike grew up beside that river. His father had died there when Chike was 10. They said the river had claimed him for greed, but Chike never believed it. To him, the river was a friend, deep, calm, and powerful. He hunted in the forest, trapped birds, and brought meat to the market. Yet, for all his strength, loneliness followed him like a shadow. One sunset, as red light fell across the water, Chike saw a girl bathing. She moved like light itself, her laughter carrying across the waves. When she noticed him, she did not hide. She smiled. Her name was Adana. They began to meet at dusk. She told him stories of the sea of cities made of coral and songs that healed wounds. He thought she spoke in riddles, but her beauty, her kindness, and the calm around her made him forget reason. Villagers warned him. "A woman who hides her home hides her truth," said the elders. Chike ignored them. After a season of meetings, he asked for her hand. She hesitated, eyes full of secrets. "If you truly love me," she said, "promise never to follow me when I go to the river alone. If you keep that promise, we will live in peace." He promised. Their wedding lasted 3 days. Drums beat until the stars trembled. Old women danced with palm wine gourds balanced on their heads. Even the river glowed softly that night, but some muttered that the bride came from nowhere. "Her family," they whispered. "No one knows." Gossip spread like wildfire through the market. Yet Chike and Adana were blind to it. Love made them deaf to reason. On their honeymoon by the river, Chike woke to find Adana gone. He searched until he heard the sound of singing. Down by the water, moonlight wrapped around her, and then, before his eyes, her legs melted into a golden tail. He gasped. She turned, her eyes wide with sorrow. "You broke your promise," she whispered. "The river knows now." And before he could reach her, she vanished beneath the surface. Chike screamed her name until dawn. After Adana vanished, Chike lost his mind. He waited at the riverbank every night, calling to her. Some said they saw him speaking to waves. Others said he heard her voice. Villagers began to fear him. Children mocked him. Elders avoided him. The man who once brought meat to their tables became the mad one of Umuaku. But one night, lightning struck the river. A sound like singing filled the air, and when the storm cleared, a shell lay at his feet glowing faintly. Inside it was a tiny heartbeat. The next morning, a baby was found by the riverbank, wrapped in wet leaves, skin shining faintly like moonlight. Chike took the child home and named him Obina. Whispers filled the village. "A child of the river," they said. "No good can come from that." Yet Chike loved him fiercely. He taught him to hunt and to listen to people, to birds, to the sound of water. Obina grew strong, but strange. He could hold his breath for long minutes. Fish followed him when he swam. He spoke gently, but his anger was like a storm. Years later, Chief Okonkwo, ruler of Umuaku, heard about the boy's gift. Greed filled his heart. The river had been drying, his nets empty. He summoned Chike and Obina. "If this child truly carries the spirit of the river, Let him call rain to my fields, the chief demanded. Chike refused, but the chief's guards took Obina away. That night, thunder rolled without rain. The next morning, the chief's house was gone, swept away by unseen water. People fled. They said the river was angry again. The village turned against Chike. He brought a spirit child, they cried. He cursed us all. They beat him and drove him to the edge of the forest. Obina fled to the hills. But the river followed. Streams rose through the soil, creeping toward the huts. Women cried. Goats bleated. The earth shook with the sound of waves. At midnight, Adana appeared once more in the village square, half woman, half light. You broke your vows, and now the river remembers, she said. Return what is ours. But Chike fell to his knees. I only wanted love, he said. Adana wept. For love and truth can never live in the same breath when one is hidden. The elders called for sacrifice. Goats, fowls, palm, wine, nothing worked. The water still rose. Finally, Obina stepped forward. If the river wants its child, I will go, he said. He walked into the waves. The river calmed instantly. Silence spread across the land. Chike rushed to follow, but the elders held him. Let him go, they said. The river takes only what belongs to it. The next morning, the river gleamed clear and gentle again. Fish returned, crops grew, but Chike's hut remained empty forever. Generations passed. People forgot Chike's madness, but they remembered the lesson. They called the river Idoma Nwanye, the woman who loved too deeply. On moonlit nights, some say you can still see two shadows by the water. A man and a woman walking hand in hand, whispering promises the wind carries away. Moral lesson: love is powerful, but truth is stronger. Strength without patience leads to ruin. Anger can drown what love tries to save. And greed, like a flood, washes away everything it touches. So the elders say, never promise what you cannot keep. Never love without truth. And never forget that every river remembers.